You're
Yay.
I was as ready as I could be.
Okay. So I have started the recording.
Butts.
but
And you successfully went past one room and looked around, said, nope, not touching anything here. Looks like everything's fine. Went into another room and they had grabbed the shiny bag.
Do not regret.
The next room, Tilden decided to pick up the shiny knife on the table, which then decided to attack you.
I'm gonna have tank damage at some point. Might as well make it an option.
And did you decide if you wanted to take a short rest or continue on?
We haven't decided anything yet.
Okay, I think Chaz just decided to take off down the hall.
I think Greg would say, I think we are so close of finishing, I think, that we just might look up and avoid fights.
Okay, so you just want to press on?
Well, we should press on carefully.
I think that's reasonable as long as nothing dramatic shows up. After all, Greg was smart enough to figure out how to summon these three fellas.
Yeah, but besides that, I haven't been hidden, but I'm tapped out.
Big same.
Zeta still got juice in the tank.
Okay, so. Going down the hall.
What if Bear go first?
Better not know what to do with Thor.
Ted would not let the bear go first, let's be honest with ourselves.
There is a strong wooden door.
Kicks the door down.
Bear assists Chad.
The door is not locked.
Doesn't matter. With the bear and Chad, door is getting kicked down anyways.
Kicks the door down.
You roll damage.
Does the door attack us?
No, the door doesn't. The door does not attack you.
Yeah.
What is damage? on the
Just
kick.
swing an axe or something at it.
Okay.
Okay, is the bear going to attack as well?
Yeah. Bear sees someone attacking, bear follows up.
That's enough to take down the door.
Rip
You're
door.
going down, door.
I want to imagine that not one of the bite is him, like, mouth to the plain wood, trying to bite something like, you know what I mean?
Yeah, when the dog
No.
tries to bite a beach ball.
And you see another room with some pillars and more suits of armor. Each of the armors has a halberd. 2 of the armors are still shiny and new. The rest of them are in various stages of decay and rust.
Okay, no one touch anything, okay?
Is there anything else of value in the room?
There's a few decaying crates and stuff, but nothing that looks magical or anything.
Rain will, without touching anything, conduct a search of the room. Investigation would be my request.
That seems reasonable. Well, looking through the bags, you can find that there's various bits. Right, looking through bags and crates and stuff, you see that there are some scattered coins. Even a few platinum pieces.
Ooh.
Is anyone that hard up for another 50 gold?
Have one of the owls grab it and see if it attacks the owl.
Wait, what if we check this door first, see if something is important, and if not, we can try it out and just say that we completed everything.
I like your strategy. Check the door.
Chad.
Is the door locked?
Zeta
But-
just pats the owl on the back. You're all doing great, buddy.
The door is an iron portcullis. It doesn't seems to be locked, but it seems like it might. It looks like there might be some rocks wedged in it that might make it harder to lift.
Can I do some sort of roll to put the rocks aside?
Yes. Give me a.
I want to say I'm using my Tinker's tools.
Okay.
What type of roll that? What do we do?
I'm gonna say maybe dexterity. Dexterity with your Tinker's tools. An 18. Yeah, you managed to clear them away and free anything that might be keeping the portcullis from raising. Are you? And as you look around, you might give me a wisdom check.
Yeesh.
No, you seem like you've got everything cleared away. Should be fine to open.
Okay, everything's clear.
I'm gonna give Tilden will give Chad guidance on this. Is it
And
just a strength check to lift up the
It's a strength
portcullis?
check to lift up, yes.
And I want to say that I help.
Okay, so you get advantage.
Which statue is this? One of the shiny ones.
A 20.
The two of them by the door. A 20 is enough to lift the portcullis.
Wait, if it's a portcullis, wouldn't we see what's on the other side?
Yes, but give me a moment. An ice arrow a dart of ice just shot across the room between Chad and Greg. Lodged itself in the back wall.
Ah,
Came from the door. But the door is open.
lol.
You've raised the portcullis.
Oh hey, another door.
Yeah, there's a stone door at the end of the hall.
Zeta looks at the map she's been making.
I think Zeta may have recorded this one as a stuck door.
Is it less stuck from this side?
No, it's still just as stuck.
Oh.
Well, coast clear, no zombies.
Time
Alright.
for the owls to...
Everyone clear out to, I'm going to say, like 2 or 3 rooms away.
Wait, 2 or 3 rooms?
Yes.
Let's stay in this corner.
Oh, the owl is so brave.
No, they just listen to what we tell them to do.
Let's see here.
Same difference.
Owl only has a strength of 3, but you said there were a couple of bags, right?
Yes. I think with 3.
That's still 45 pounds.
Yeah, even with a tiny creature and having that, it's still enough for a handful of coins, or one of the small bags.
So standing at the furthest distance Rain can still see into the room, he'll order the owl to pick up one of the bags.
Okay, the owl picks up the bag, and I'm assuming starts flying towards you.
Well, it's just going to pick up the bag. That's literally the orders it was given. Does something immediately try to murder it?
Ah,
All right. Rain uses his held action to dismiss the owl.
So the owl poofs out of existence,
Poor guy.
and the armors, detecting no thief remaining in the room, just settle back down.
Okay. So there's 2 ways we can try to get around this. I have Mage Hand.
or we could go home.
I know. I'm just asking. Do we want to further experiment? Because experimenting is fun.
Yes.
Yeah, that's right. I also have Mage Hand.
Let's find out.
All right.
Yes, if it works here, there's another room that we did not really clear. We kind of just left.
So what I'm going to ask Silver is if the 2 of us work together to use Mage Hand on a bag or a crate or whatever. If you agree with this, Kawasta, could we attempt to Mage Hand a crate from outside of the room, and if the statues activate, do they charge the Mage Hand at the crate, or are they smart enough to charge at the source of the spell?
One way to find out.
Yeah, I'm gonna say there's one way to find out.
Yeah, so Quasta, no pressure. Do you want to try this, or do you think this is a situation where Greg's like, yeah, no, we've dealt with fighting these things enough, let's leave that the hell alone?
Isn't that a bit too involved? I'm gonna try this, and I use Mage Hand to try to grab a coin. Is there a coin like here?
Most of them are over by the pillars.
Be like here, but outside the room.
Yeah, I mean, what's the distance on Mage Hand?
30.
Yeah, there's a pillar within range. There's some bags and coins and stuff there.
Grab a fistful of coins and see what happens.
Well, as your Mage Hand grabs the coins, and I'm assuming starts maybe bringing them to the door.
Yeah.
The armor shuffles, but there's nothing in the room.
Bad
Cool.
Back programming.
Bring us the money.
Monies. I don't ask you to tell me how much is it, but okay. So I can grab a portion of the money.
Interesting.
Armor that EXE has encountered an error.
Armor was not programmed for this situation.
I do all the travels necessary, and I ask Rain for help to grab all the coins in 30 feet.
So it turns out I misremembered. I do not have Mage Hand.
Good job, Greg.
I mean, Mage Hand is a cantrip, I believe. Yes?
Yes.
Okay, so.
I thought it was a first level ritual spell, so that's why I was like, yeah, no, I can totally. Oh, Shit.
I'm going to say that that is what you managed to grab within range of Mage Hand.
Coins.
Money.
The last one is copper.
The last one is. The last two are both silver.
Oh.
I literally just took this off a random loot generator. So I just didn't condense everything.
Okay, it's noted.
So yeah, since there was nothing in the room, the constructs didn't know what to attack because there didn't seem to be anything to attack from the loot. The loot's just removing itself.
I go back to the group and say, all in favor to just go to the last crypt? Raise hands.
What? We can take a nap after we get upstairs.
Yeah. Gilbert also raise hands.
Zeta pets Gilbert.
Does that mean you get double votes?
I'm gonna say no, because that would mean you have 4 votes.
Well, I mean 2 including Lux, but I suppose
you could probably get the bear and the owl to vote.
Yep. I think we're safe to move on, and I guess at least a short rest just to get our Zim and Vigor back together.
Who's
Take a
Zim?
Vim
If I-
and Vigor.
If we take a short rest, I only get worse. I will lose Gilbert. We all will lose our temporary hit points, our Gilbert protection, and I
Okay.
will not get it back.
Well, how about we poke the next area and see whether we need a rest or not?
What time of the day is it? I asked while walking away.
We definitely leave this area, I think is what we agree on, right?
Yes, I think you did decide that we are leaving the crypt. So let me move you to the courtyard. And you've decided you're leaving the crypt, at least that building, and let's see. It's probably about 1 or 2 in the afternoon.
It's very early.
It's still early. I mean, you did learn that if you don't touch anything, or if you're very careful, you can manage to not activate the constructs, so you could poke and see if there's undead in there, or if it's just constructs.
But if they're undead, we will need to fight them, right?
Yeah, you probably have to fight them, unless, of course, they're taking a nap during the day.
I asked for what the group wants. Greg personally is not feeling like it's a risk per se. Like I don't feel the fear of being hurt. I just have the fear of not being able to kill whatever tried to attack us.
I think we're in a situation where we either take a long rest, because we've already had a short rest, but that means we're spending like the rest of the day and then the night here, because we're going to be going into the next crypt at night if we wait.
And you can only do one long rest in a 24-hour period. You can take as many short rests as you like, but you can only attempt one. You can only gain the benefits of a long rest once in a 24-hour period.
Yeah.
So that means that we're doing nothing this afternoon, sleep at night, and do the thing tomorrow.
Data thinks that we should just examine the crypt now, and if there's undead, we come back and take a short rest, and then we go kill them.
I think a short rest only benefits Tilden at this point.
Wow.
Just for the hit points. I have not used any of my spell slots.
Data transform.
Zeta's
Zeta's-
transform.
Zeta's
Wild
transform.
shape.
I don't know.
Chad's
Chad's action surge.
fighters. He didn't use any of them.
He really should
Yeah.
start using those.
Eh.
Okay. I've already used my arcane recovery for the day, so a long rest doesn't benefit me, or a short rest doesn't benefit me, and it hurts Greg.
Like for a short, the thing that I get for a short rest is Gilbert gets away, and I cannot spin it back. I don't have enough batteries for him. Let's say all the temporary hit points that everyone might have goes away.
Well, not everyone needs to take a short rest. Like, we can just have the people who need short rests take short rests.
Does Gilbert have a duration?
An hour.
So we still lose Gilbert regardless. The bag doesn't seem to say how long the creatures last.
Until night.
I believe the creatures disappear at dawn.
Mm-hmm.
That's also when the bag recharges. So the creatures will continue to exist until dawn when the bag gains 3 charges again. Or until the creature dies.
I am for just going in, take a look for now. If it's not something we find something that we can't handle at this point, we can come back and have a long rest. If it's something that we can dispatch now, we should make use of our time to do so.
Okay, let's do that. But if we find only construct, do we engage or do we say that the place is safe?
I think we stick with the practice that we just worked on, which is get the heck out of the room and then see if we can grab anything of value without engaging. Because we seem to have practiced that and it appears to work.
Okay.
If you're comfortable with that, Greg.
Yeah.
Let's go.
So we're going into the final crypt, huh?
Yep,
Yes.
Would you like to know the irony?
sure.
I had numbered these crypts.
This is
Was it
number
number
one.
one?
This is number 1 that you're going into. You started with number 3.
Yeah.
We've been working in reverse order.
Works for me.
Everything is black.
All the way to the right and down.
Okay.
Well, to the right will get you. You will be able to see the hallway, but down is where you're going to find the entry.
How much time do you think Gilbert has been active?
It's been at least 10 minutes because Zeta's wild shape fell off.
Yeah, I'd say probably maybe 30 minutes or so.
Let's say 40.
Yeah, so you don't got a lot of time left on Gilbert.
I send the owl around the corner to the south.
It is dark in here. Owls have dark vision, though. How big is the owl's vision?
120 feet.
I don't think you can see through the owl. It's not a familiar.
No,
It's just an animal that follows your orders.
Yes.
yes, it is 120 feet of dark vision.
Yes, so the owl can see, but you can't.
So 2 directions. Where should we go? Left or right?
Go down.
That's left.
Yeah.
Okay.
Left it is.
In reality, we don't choose. Chad chooses.
Chad feels like a go left person.
Mm-hmm.
What, Chad?
Use space jump.
We don't have that yet.
Chad sword is a lightsaber?
Yeah, Chad's sword is still a
Um,
lightsaber.
Give me a dexterity save.
Probably Chad.
Were you beside Chad?
Right beside him.
Then yes, you two. Greg, you managed to step out of the net, but Chad becomes entangled in a net.
Feel nerd.
Does anyone want to help Chad out of the net?
Zeta is mildly amused.
I hate it.
Hilden will go over and help.
Zeta just stays back just in case there's more nets to be launched at the party.
This net reusable.
What was that?
Is this net reusable?
If you don't damage it, Chad could probably use it as a net, yes.
That
Why not?
sounds like a plan. Let's remove it carefully and give it to Chad.
Chad, remove it carefully.
And you see down more of the hall.
I don't think Chad learns this lesson, so he's just gonna continue forward.
Wait, if this is a place with traps set, I don't know.
We have to play as Groot would want us to.
I think Greg is like conflict of interest. Like, if our job is just to check there's no zombies, I think there's no zombies here. I don't know if that's our job anymore. I think our job is just grabbing coin at this point.
Aren't all jobs just grabbing coins?
Yeah, we took the job to make money.
Yeah, you guys took the job to make money, and half of what you get paid for the job gets to go to the school without you getting it. But you get to keep all the extra stuff you find.
The secondary intellectual concern in this situation is, are we responsible if we say, yeah, we cleared this place out, it's safe now, and they trust us, and then some 12-year-old kid wanders in here and steps on a plate that we might have noticed, but we didn't look, and falls in a spike pit and dies.
Or picks up one of these shiny platinum pieces and gets their head chopped off by a suit of armor.
Well, I believe we should when we report back to the mayor in the town, we should let them know about the tree crypts and the dangers they pose to unsuspecting visitors.
You know what? We should. Who could have put that thing there?
And we can probably put out a sign that says, "Danger! There are traps inside here. There are no coins."
What is the indemnity rights with the school, Silver?
Is there an indemnity form that we can sign?
Well, I mean, your job was to remove the danger to the people traveling on the roads at night.
Okay, so it was explicit in that phrasing?
That is what they hired you for. You're taking it upon yourself to do a little extra, and maybe you'll get a little extra pay for it.
Yep. All right.
Hello, Chad.
Hey, there's a corner.
Yeah, so far it's been just a long hallway.
It is a long hallway. If you wanna rock and roll.
Hallway to Nibelheim.
Hell,
So bloody hell. Who built crypts like
Door.
this?
There is a simple wooden door here.
Chat shoulder checks the door to see if it's open.
It's stuck. How hard does he shoulder check the door?
Enough that his shoulder's probably hurting.
Yeah.
Well, give me a strength check. The door just
22.
disintegrates. It was stuck.
And
It
now
was the
is-
door.
It
And
was
now-
the door.
He cast pulverize on the door.
Good job, Chad.
Are those cats?
There are 4 cat statues.
Meow.
Oh,
Statues.
statues. Damn it.
There are 4 cat statues and there's a bowl in front of it.
Zeta
Okay.
cannot resist the urge and touches the cats.
Okay, before we do all the things, can you explain more of the room? Like, what's this? What's that?
Over here is a table that has some animal figurines on it. This appears to be a locked chest or box of some kind, but there doesn't appear to be a lock or a handle or anything to open it with.
Mhm. And we have 4 cats. They're looking in some direction, or this is just
Technically, they're all looking at the bowls, but Minecraft cats are not cooperative.
Oh,
I can
right.
see that.
They
Can
look at the
confirm.
players.
Is there
They-
any inscription or something?
Give me a perception or investigation check. Each of the cats has a collar on it. Each of the collars has an engraving of a plant or something on it.
Plant?
Yeah, some kind of plant.
Ah,
Rain will try to use his very poor knowledge of nature to figure out if he recognizes the plant.
Okay.
I look at the druid.
The druid didn't get a chance, so druid will let the wizard try his luck.
Well,
this
I
should be
mean,
interesting.
you can look at another cat.
I mean, Zeta's looking at all the cats.
Zeta's looking at all the cats and petting all the cats. There is in fact a picture of a plant on each of the cat's collars, and they're all different. The white cat here has a picture of a potato on its collar.
Potatoes.
The black cat here has a picture of a carrot.
Mm-hmm.
The Siamese here has a picture of a wheat sheaf on it. And the gray cat has what looks like a pile of seeds or berries. Just a bunch of dots on this one's collar. But if everything else is plants, maybe seeds?
Are there any plants in the room?
There are no plants. The only thing you see, other than the cats, is the bowls in front of each cat and 4 animal figurines on the table.
Okay, what?
Sorry, small question. Are the bowls empty?
The bowls are empty. Does Zeta look at the animal figurines?
Yes.
You see a pig, a rabbit, something that looks like it might be a cow or a sheep, and a chicken.
Ooh, Zeta takes the rabbit and goes and puts it in the thing in front of the cat that has a carrot.
So you go and put it in front of the Siamese cat.
Uh-huh.
Okay. Nothing seems to immediately happen.
Rain likes Zeta's line of thought. He will take the chicken and put it in the cat's bowl that has the small spots.
So the gray cat with the...
Yep.
Yep. Okay. Again, nothing seems to happen.
What other animals are there?
There is still a pig and a rabbit. See, there's still a pig and a
How?
cow. Yes. So the carrot is now in this. The black cat has the carrot, and there's now a rabbit in that bowl. There's now a
Right.
chicken over in this bowl with the seeds.
Tilden,
how-
Tilden will grab the cow / goat thing and put in the one with the wheat shafts.
So that would be here.
That animal, I don't recognize it.
There is still a pig left on the table.
Pigs eat potatoes, apparently.
I think it's
Excuse
more
me?
pigs eat. Can, what's up?
What the other animal? The one you grabbed.
Tilden grabbed a chicken.
No, cow.
You grabbed the cow and put it with
Ah,
the...
cow. Okay, I'm wrong.
So the chicken is here?
Yep.
This is the one with the seeds. This is the one with the wheat. This is the one with the potato. This is the one with the carrot. This is the one with the potato.
I was gonna say pigs pretty much eat whatever you put in front of them, but
That's true as well.
potato might work for pig. Do you want to try that, Greg, or no? Do we lose Ku?
I don't know.
Do you guys hear me?
We can now.
Now.
I don't know what David said.
Several different things, but the last part was, do you want to try the potato with the pig?
Sure.
Okay, so when Greg puts the pig into the dish with the cat with the potato, you hear a click.
Good thinking, Zeta.
Tilden instinctively ducks.
Zeta instinctively runs over to the chest.
Yeah.
Tilden immediately prones on the ground.
Legend of Zelda chest opening music.
Da-da-da-da.
The cat's worried that they might attack us.
I think Rain joins Greg in that worry.
Zeta is
Oh, the
willing to
cat
suffer
attacked us.
cat attacks. If they were going to attack us, why would they have unlocked it for us?
We don't know if anything unlocked so far. We just heard a click.
Well, they went over and tried to push open the copper box, and the box opens.
Yee!
Okay, Tilden stands back up.
And you just hear 4 purrs coming from the cat statues.
Meow.
Are these still statues?
Oh yeah, they're still statues. They haven't moved.
Okay.
They make it purr.
Magic mouth.
That's less exciting.
But it's an in-universe acceptable answer.
Magic is always like a chip. trick.
I mean, you think about it, this magic has been sitting there waiting for probably centuries, waiting for the trigger.
It will be more impressive if it was made of spring and oils.
Inside the box,
Ooh.
Game.
Eyes of minute seeing.
I have no idea what any of those do.
Eyes of Minute Seeing give you a bonus for investigation checks to things that are within a foot. So you can do up close stuff with better investigation and perception. The cracked drift globe, it just emits the light spell when you say the command word. It's cracked, it doesn't fly anymore, and it can't do the daylight spell. But it can still do light. So you have a ball that you can make glow or not glow.
So a ball that can glow or not, and the eyes of minute, what do they do?
The Eyes of Minute Seeing,
Advantage on investigations and for stuff that's very close.
yeah.
What's
I
a
can-
paper bird sheet?
The paper birds are basically consumable items that you can use for sending a 50-word message.
Oh.
You write the
Any
message.
blade?
You write the message, give the name of the recipient, it folds itself up and flies off.
Nice.
At least as long as the recipient is on the same plane of existence as you. If it isn't, the bird just crumbles to ashes after it takes off.
How far or how quickly can this bird fly?
It has a speed of 60 feet.
Why don't we grab 2 each?
I mean, I've got Lux, so you can split them up without including me.
Yes, these Lux can do the same thing that these birds can do. So
2 each?
I'll say we can probably divvy everything up after we are done. We don't have to divide it up here unless someone with the eyes of minute seeing could be useful right now. The rest are
I mean, the drift globe could also be attached to Tilden's staff.
A nice view.
Because remember, this drift
Oh.
globe can't fly. This drift globe can't, well, drift.
Alright, I can install it on top of my Rod of Adornment.
Mm-hmm.
Multi-track 50.
But
I'm
it can float on your staff. Was that cool?
gonna grab the eyes, if no one minds.
I mean, you do all this small, up-close tinkering work, it makes sense.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, all coins and rocks are loaded.
So, how much effort would it be to install a drift globe inside Lux so that it can provide Lux?
I'm sure it's something we could
I
do.
was just blanking out because I was thinking about it.
It's something we could certainly do, but Lux is already a custom work, so I think we'd have to be careful because it already has a modified carrying cartridge and everything.
I can work with that, says Grey Green.
Yep, just don't hurt him. I spent a lot of time building him.
Alternatively, you can put the drift globe inside Gilbert. Like inside his chest, like Ultraman.
Mega Man, not Mega Man, like Iron Man.
One of those.
Having all kinds of ideas what we could do with this drift globe that doesn't float, but at
We
least
just
still
have to
emits
give it
light.
legs.
It just globes.
We need to find a way to make it mobile.
Exactly.
Okay, so other than that, there are 2 wooden doors on the north part of the room and a stone door in the south, other than the door that you came in, which isn't a door anymore. It's just a doorway.
I'm for going through the door where I placed Chad, where Chad is right now. Like, let's complete this lower portion of the crypt.
Okay, that is a stone door. Does Chad try to open it or just bash?
He'll put, Chad will put his weight into it. Tilden will give him some guidance on this. You can do this, Chad.
He's just gonna try to break the door down, huh?
Yep.
Okay,
I'll
give me
push it open.
a
Depends
strength
which.
check.
Oh no, that's a save, sorry. But that was still a 10 plus 3, 13. 13 with guidance. 15 anyway.
Nope, it still stays closed.
Tries again, but harder.
Is anyone gonna help me? Is anyone gonna help Chad open the door?
I think the bear helps.
Yeah, I
Okay.
think Greg is daydreaming now.
So roll with advantage as the bear helps bash the door.
What is this advantage you speak of?
That is very consistent.
It's 15. He is 15 again.
So far, all Chad has managed to do is bruise his shoulder.
I think the bear keeps trying to open the door, not understanding that Chad's kind of stopped for a second because the bear's, not super intelligent, and so it keeps bashing at the door on its own. Apparently, the bear's not doing good either.
The bear is seeing double after that last ram and shakes his head to clear it. Until there's
Oh.
only one Chad bashing the door.
A little thingy. What about this other door? Like, what's the situation?
Which door? That northern door? That is a wooden door.
Open it like a
You
human
think
being.
it might be easier to break than the stone door?
Open it like a human being
It
you're-
is stuck.
or locked.
Doesn't appear to be locked, just stuck.
And this other door,
That one also seems to be stuck.
we see the hinges.
I did not hear that, Quasta.
I think this car is being a pot.
You might try ramming the wooden door. It might break easier than the stone door.
Can I try being more clever and try to disarm it and hinge it or something?
You can take out your tools and try cleaning it. Give me a tools check with dexterity.
I currently have two carvers, hinge tool, and tinker.
Your tinker should probably work.
The worker. With what a
with dexterity. No, you still haven't quite seemed to get everything. There may be something on the other side that's getting this stuck. It may
Cat would like
just.
to rage and attempt to open the stone door.
This other one.
I
The
think
stone
Greg is.
door is right there.
I think Greg is trying to get you to go to the stone one, but not having it, huh? Oh, give me another strength check.
No,
Oh.
I'm pretty sure that shoulder is damaged at this point.
Yeah, I think that shoulder may be displaced at this point and might need to be put back in socket. It might hurt.
Rain goes and investigates the other door.
This one?
Yes, the one that we haven't been messing with at all, because I believe Greg was looking at the other door, the other door, the other door.
Greg had also checked this door. It is also a wooden door and stuck.
Hey, Greg, do you have some oil or grease that you use for Gilbert?
What?
You know, oil or grease for Gilbert to help when his joints start to seize up?
I mean, yeah, I have basic repairing tools. I tried that at the other. Okay, let me try here. Being a little frustrated.
This one you seem to get open just fine.
Grr.
It was stuck, but maybe it wasn't as stuck as the other door.
Chad, I had an open door.
Cat uses his other shoulder on the stone door. Oh no.
Oh.
This room has swords lining the wall,
Swords.
and there are
Swords.
various bags and boxes and stuff, mostly around the pillars. Mostly containing stuff like some sharpening stones and things like that. But there's the scattering of coins.
Are the swords in the what's the words for this?
They're sitting in weapon racks. Minecraft doesn't have
weapon
weapon
racks.
racks,
Okay, that's
so
words.
I used picture frames. I used
Okay.
item frames. But they're sitting in weapon racks.
What kind of condition are they in?
Most of them are in... They don't seem to be in bad condition. There's... like this one is a little rusted. This looks like it's more an ornamental sword than something that anyone actually used.
Have any type of inscription?
No, the iron sword, but the iron swords appear to be still shiny and not rusted.
What are the odds we get attacked by 24 swords the moment we touch anything?
And is that another door?
Yes, you see an iron portcullis here.
The irony is that I'm sure Chad is tempted to just pick up one of the swords and walk off with it.
Oh,
But
I know.
what if the sword suddenly decides to walk off with him instead?
I think Chad had enough experience with armor and weaponry coming to life in the last crypt
It's
and attacking.
Chad though.
Yeah, but Chad was getting a little cautious about the. At least it decided to stop having contests with the armor.
I have an idea, and I run back.
No, we have not gone there yet.
You haven't opened the door. It's a portcullis. You can just see through it.
I was moving. I run all the way here.
Alone?
You-
Yes, you just see. Oh, I have an idea, and you run off.
I think Rain is cautious enough that he, the bear, and the owl would follow.
Okay.
So
So
splitting
you-
the party.
So you ran all the way over there. Okay.
This sure is a nice portcullis.
While we're running 6 miles, what are the rest of you doing?
Staring at the portcullis with Chad.
Hilda is thinking if he pulls on all the iron swords, will the portcullis open?
I mean, you could try just making the portcullis move before you start trying to see if there's a secret lock. You know, check and see if it's locked before trying to unlock it.
Hmm.
That sounds
Over-
fake.
Over here, Greg, you see a room full of halberds.
Oof.
That wasn't
have
what I
another
was
one?
expecting.
I run to here.
Stretch. Zeta will try to open the portcullis.
Give me a strength check.
Together with Chad. Yeah.
Okay,
Sure.
so with advantage.
And with guidance. So Chad, roll us those strong arms. 23.
Chad manages to lift the portcullis.
Excellent. Where did everyone else go?
They're just a moment.
Oh, they ran around the other way. Somehow?
Does a 24 hit?
Nah.
Doubt.
Doubt. Take 7 damage.
Oh, my
Kind
temporary
of.
hit points. What happened?
You activated a guillotine.
You guys opening the door here. Ow!
Hi,
Oh
Greg.
no.
Oh, I wanted to come to say hi to them from the other side.
Did you go past anything interesting?
A room with maces.
Axes?
Halberds.
Halberds.
Oh.
Basically axes with really long handles.
Yeah.
I think Rain will investigate the halberd room just to see if there's anything other than all of the halberds loaded on the wall.
Bags containing some coins and stuff to keep halberds in shape.
Nobody
Maybe
like
some
it how.
Spare
Nobody like it how.
bindings and. Go ahead.
Sorry, say nobody like it how.
But no, other than some coins in the bags and like whetstones and stuff for sharpening the blades and maybe some decaying leather that would have been used for bindings, there's nothing much here.
Hmm.
Hmm.
Well, there's no more undead, so we're definitely done with that. That's good. My
But we still have 2 doors to unlock.
It's to $2.
Yeah, there's still 2 doors you haven't been through.
I'm being optimistic.
I and Greg totally forgot the other 2 doors.
I think more that Rain's just distracted by puzzles.
Rain been distracted by the puzzle, huh?
Now Rain's not exactly Mr. Weaponsmith, but do any of the halberds look noticeably dull compared to the others? Unpolished, upkept, whatever.
There are a few that look exceptionally sharp given the decay of most everything else. There are a couple that look very ornamental, like crystal blades that you don't think are they're not decaying, but you don't think they were actually ever intended for combat. But most of them are decaying or dull. Some of them have rusty blades. Some of them you think if you touch the handle, it might just collapse.
Hey, Greg,
Ah,
do you think I'm overanalyzing this when I go, I wonder if this is actually another test like the cats?
could be, but also just could be a memorial for, I don't know, a battalion of people that they all used Albert or they were named Albert, something like that.
Yeah, or memorial for the blacksmith who was really good at making halberds, and the other one's a memorial for his brother who was really good at making swords.
Yeah, well, remember in the last crypt you did fight some flying swords.
Yes, that's why I'm being cautious about doing anything about it.
It's like it could be, but
I think Rain orders the bear to go back and check on those stuck doors again.
okay. You want to continue bashing at the stone door, or you want to bash at the wooden door?
I think
Sorry, Silver, just for being just to be complete, for the room that Tilden and Chad is in, looking around, besides the swords, and is there? I don't think we searched the room so far for the ones with the swords. So Tilden will just like take a look around if there's anything besides the swords in the room.
There's bags and crates containing care equipment for swords,
Mm,
sharpening
okay,
stones, maybe some coins in the bags, but nothing that looks spectacular or anything like that.
okay.
Zeta wants to check the 2 locked rooms and then we can leave.
Uh, try the wooden door.
Get Chad to go check the wooden door.
Yeah.
Well, it's stuck, and Greg cleaned this side of it, but it still didn't open, so maybe what's keeping it stuck is on the other side.
I tries anyway.
Okay. Give me a strength check.
14.
Do we have guidance?
Yeah. 17.
The door just manages to open.
That Chad?
Yeah,
Mhm,
that's Chad.
that's Chad.
Tilden doesn't have 16 strength. His arms are too skinny for that.
door opens into a hallway that quickly leads to a corner.
I wonder if that corner loops around.
Actually, yeah, with Kowast on that, I'm going to the bathroom.
5-minute break.
Bow break.
You know, Turtle doesn't care, but Snarky cares that we are not looting everything that's not attached to the ground.
Tilden doesn't care. Tilden's
Turtle
fine
doesn't
with it.
care.
Snarky's going, but the coins! Want the coins!
Every weapon that's in fine condition right now is a magic weapon and I need to have it.
Well, it's not even that. It's like those crystal ornamental weapons. Surely that's at least worth money. More so
Yes,
than the ones that are likely to attack me.
exactly. Why are we not taking everything that's not nailed down to the floor?
Oh, I have been watching Kiwi play Outer Worlds. And literally one of the characters in it point out that the modus operandi is basically taking anything that isn't nailed down.
Yeah, exactly.
Kiwi's comment is take everything that isn't nailed down and then find a way to get the nails off the things that are nailed down.
Yeah. I agree.
I mean, this is how I usually play games too, so
I'm back.
welcome back.
Come back.
But of course, you're making the decision to not loot in character, and your character's
I
going,
know.
it's not worth it.
What are we laughing at?
The fact,
Ah,
the juxtaposition of character and player. Character being fine with not looting everything. Player going, but must loot everything that isn't nailed down.
and nail everything from the ground so I can loot it.
I also do RP in games.
I know.
Or like if you know you're setting a trap.
No, as a player, I would set off a trap.
As a player, you take the risk. As the character, you're going, no, that's stupid.
Pointing, you make a mark in the map to come back later. Prepare for the trap.
Mm-hmm. It's just the juxtaposition of player motivation versus character motivation.
Ah, goddammit. Is Kiwi here?
Kiwi also. We want.
Kiwi and David decide to go for bio break.
Yeah, we decided to take a bio break.
I'm going to quickly just refill my glass of water. Be right back.
Okay.
Welcome back, Koo. I was like, yeah, no, that actually sounds like a good idea to me too.
Yeah, Kiwi is also on bio break. Yeah, if I could have managed to, if I knew the commands and stuff to spawn cats without AIs in Minecraft, I could have probably gotten them looking straight at the flower pots I eat or bowls that are in front of them. But I'm not that good with Minecraft, so I just spawned cats in and let them fish so I can make them sit down. And then the cats looked where they wanted to look.
I suppose alternative solution would have been to do 1 or 2 cat at a time.
Put that character in front of them. The character.
Since it's a single player world, I was the only character. So So that meant that they were all effectively looking at me, which gives you an idea of roughly where the center of the map is.
But you could have. I mean, I'm not saying you should. This is fine like this. I'm just saying if you want a solution, you could have been taking multiple pictures.
I do not have the art skills for fixing that, especially since my photo editing program is Microsoft Paint.
I'm back with water.
Welcome back.
I use Paint a lot for work.
Yeah, and for what I did here, I just cropped the photo and I actually made the map in a very particular way. I don't know if you can see it on the edges of the map, but the walls are only 1 block high. There's two blocks on the edge of the map. It's only 1 block on the outside is flat. It's not raised. So there would be a nice border all the way around, so that when I cropped it, it would fit exactly within the squares of the Roll20 grid.
One of the things that I really hate about DMing online is having your map to match Roll20 grid.
Yes, it can be a test sometimes. People do weird ratios and stuff.
Yeah, and I've made maps in Roll20 before, in Minecraft before for Roll20, so I'd worked out some of the issues I needed to make sure I cropped it right. And stuff like that. I did also use a data pack so that I used a resource pack so that the lines would be more clear than Minecraft usually has them.
That is very, telling's the wrong word. I can feel that there's, a little bit of effort into the selection of the art pack, because it does seem like it works pretty darn well.
Yeah, I used a faithful pack that so it basically tries to retain the same color and pattern, but just add a bit more fidelity to each block. And it was so base Minecraft is 16 by 16. And the texture pack is 32 by 32. So it has double the
Resolution or whatever.
resolution or whatever of base Minecraft, which just allows for a little bit sharper and clearer in some areas. I figured with the perspective that the flower pots would make decent food dishes for the cats.
Yeah, they look good.
And I love that almost every update for Minecraft, we get a larger block palette to play with for such things like this.
what made me go back to Minecraft. They packed
I mean, texture packs and modded and updates, all of them add more options.
What you're saying, Koo, is that you've paid your dues and you're retired, and they can't pull you back into the game?
there. I was playing, not like fiddling with my XP collection. That one, the Phantom games or miniature board game.
Yep. I hope Discord / the internet stops being a butt.
Yes.
Apparently, you guys are having a lot of trouble hearing me. I hear you all fine.
You just occasionally seem very broken.
Man,
Welcome back. Have we all returned?
I believe so, but
Should be.
Yeah, so we have all returned from bio break. I would say it's probably enough time has passed now that Gilbert has wound down and collapsed.
no. A third of my
Gilbert-
HP.
Gilbert is tired.
the temporary stay. He got tired. He knows when the batteries go down, so by itself he puts himself back into the bag.
Power saving mode.
Standby mode.
Gilbert just needs to take a rest.
Sorry, what was that?
That was just a normal Kiwi noise.
A hiccup.
Normal lava noises.
Yes.
The other, and Chad sees the other side of the stone door.
Oh, Chad, see if you can open the door from this side.
I was literally about to do that. Maybe it's easier from this side. No doors left unopened.
Take this door.
16.
16 does not open it. You do hear it budge.
I'll try again later.
Give me a wisdom saving throw.
Oh no.
Eh?
Yep.
Ooh.
Ah,
You're fine.
noted anything?
There seems to be a rune on the door.
Ooh. Careful,
Ooh.
careful, magic rune.
Magic what?
Can I get a wisdom save from Chad?
Oh no. 13.
Chad is scared for 3 rounds and takes off away from the door.
This seems familiar.
So, that is running like
Yep, Chad is just taking off.
180 feet.
a big game that up into, I don't know, YouTube.
Chad just used his action surge to dash twice in a turn.
No, it was his movement and action. So he used his action to dash. So 60 feet per round, 180 feet for 3.
Yep.
Rain orders the bear to go give Chad a hug.
Give a bear hug. Ah.
Bear
What?
hugs.
Would Greg like to try to disable this rune?
Well, the rune that ready to I stopped the rest so they don't get affected by it. It's in the door.
It is carved into the door, yes.
Can I open the door?
The door is stuck.
Damn it, the quality of these doors is awful.
No, the doors
Maybe-
are fine. It's the frame around them that's the problem.
Is this area like historically seismically active? Maybe an earthquake happened and the door frame kind of shift and all the door got jammed.
Jam.
I mean, even areas that aren't highly seismically active still experience earthquakes from time to time. And in the who knows how long these crypts have been untended, stuff can have fallen down, even if it were helped by little critters in the ground. But yes, this is a stuck wooden door
With a rune on it.
with a rune on it that makes people scared.
It's a ruined door.
Chad sheepishly comes back. Rune. Is Greg attempting to
Okay,
the rune door?
I will try to break the rune, like carve another thing.
Okay, give me a dexterity or intelligence check. And you can use whichever tools you think most useful for it.
Yeah. Let's say wood carver,
Okay.
but I'm gonna use that roll of preferred.
You've gotten really quiet. I didn't get that last bit.
No. I said just use the same roll is +2.
Okay. Well, you managed to deface the rune, so it won't send anyone off screaming again. But the door is currently still stuck.
Guys can come in.
Chad is back.
So, bro, you okay there, bro?
I had a bad flashback. And I don't know
Bro.
we should talk about it.
Okay.
Chad tries to push the door open.
Give me a strength check.
So then we'll give him a tap.
And ramming your shoulder into the door, you manage to pop it open from whatever had wedged it in there, and you hear a rock ping off a few pillars as the door swings open.
Say that was awesome.
And you see what looks like it might be an armory here. There are staves, bows, swords, tridents, and even some shields.
Hmm.
There's also various bags and crates full of sharpening stones and some coins and some bowstrings that are decaying. Some sharpening stones. that seem to be taking the aging a lot better.
Is this a sense magic situation?
I wish we had sense magic.
I think it's a good idea.
I mean, Rain might have detect magic.
Nope.
Zeta doesn't have it prepared today.
Use my spell slots.
And artificers are not ritual casters.
Well, I think we have more or less confirmed there are no more undead within the crypts.
I think it's fairly safe to say that you've ensured that there are no undead in the crypts.
Wait a minute. There are no crypts in these crypts.
Yes, and there were none in the other one as well.
It's a secret operation. We
I think this is more of a storage room, a storage
Covering-
crypt.
like an armament for some sort of resistant groups.
This may just have been where the people who built these crypts kept their armaments, including the animated ones. But it seems like they were only buried in the fancier crypt.
What are the odds that the weapons here can be animated?
Pretty high, Zeta would guess, based on
Sounds about
the
right.
animated armor and weapons we've already encountered.
Maybe these were the ones that weren't good enough to be animated.
Have the bear pick some up and find out.
No, it's fine. We have done our job. And I'm not gonna use chat to go poke around the hornet's nest.
Chad hugs the hornet's nest.
He would. On
Be
a
one with the
dare.
hornets.
I think Rain would try the same experiment with the owl again. If there, let's see. Would you logically agree that a bow is light enough for an owl to pick up? I mean, it's awkward as shit.
22 pounds or less.
Yeah, but it's awkward as shit is more the important part.
Yeah, it picks it up with its claws.
Yeah, I mean, a bow is like 3, maybe 8 pounds.
Those are not the same number.
No, it depends on the size of the bow.
A short or a long bow.
Yeah.
Okay.
I think Rain will order the owl to try picking up one of the bows.
And the rest of us are just ready to run away in case something happens.
Well, the owl picks up the bow. And nothing happens.
Maybe whatever coinage in the room? Rain, maybe get the owl to pick up some coins from the room.
Alright. Rain will try the same thing with the coins, holding his Dismiss the Owl effect.
As the owl picks up the coins and takes them out of the bag, the staves around the room activate.
And I think Rain snaps his fingers to dismiss the owl the second the stabs start moving on their own.
Ah, my kingdom for a fireball.
You aren't high enough level for fireball yet.
I can't learn fireball.
Zeta has an idea.
Zeta
What
has an idea, huh?
Okay, we need Greg's magic hand.
Mm-hmm.
So the stabs are not attacking us because we didn't pick up any of the coins, right?
Correct.
Zeta walks into the room and, like, right here, puts her bag of holding down open. And she's like, Greg, coin a coin into the bag. It's an extra dimensional space, so once the coin is in the bag, they won't be able to detect that it's on this plane of existence anymore.
You know, makes sense. I
Zeta,
make
Zeta has an 18 in wisdom. She good at ideas.
grab the bag of holding with my mage hand, and I carry it over to where is stuff, and start putting things in it.
The staves jiggle around as the mage hand is picking up the coins, but they can't see who's. There's nothing for them to attack. There's nothing. The coins are obviously being stolen, but they're being stolen by nothing. They're just disappearing.
And then they don't exist anymore.
Okay.
How much
well,
weight
well,
can sorry, Rain? How much weight can Unseen Servant carry?
Ooh,
10 pounds?
ooh.
While Greg is doing this because he will take some time, he says, "Is this a case? Well, when 2 years from now, these swords will finally compute what happened, and they will hunting us."
That's a problem for the future.
By then, I hope that we can take on more flying swords at once.
Alright, I'm just going to post this into chat just because it does not say an explicit weight limit, but considering the activities are referred to as the sort of simple tasks that a human servant could do, I would say that yes, lifting and carrying things is definitely within its realm of ability.
Yeah, lifting and carrying things is within its realm of ability. It has a strength of 2.
Ah, there we go. Strength of 2, it does have it there.
That's 30 pounds
So-
if it's a medium creature.
Yeah, so it should be, I would assume, 30 pounds.
So like we send the Unseen Servant in together with the bag of holding, and just throw stuff into the bag.
What I was going to ask is, are there any of the weapons on the wall, besides the staves, that look like they're in immaculate condition?
Not in this room.
Okay,
Most everything's poles and stuff are rotting. The wood and the shields are rotting. The bowstrings are all frayed. The staves are the only thing in this room that look to be in good condition.
then we'll save that for the next room. But yes, the Unseen Servant doesn't have that distance limit.
Compared to Mishan. Yeah.
Yeah.
If you command the servant to perform a
60
task that would
feet,
move it
yeah.
more than 60 feet away, the spell ends. So that is twice the range that Mage Hand has.
Wait, I gonna try something. Let's see, guys, be prepared. I'm gonna step inside the room and then try to use mage hand.
Okay, Greg, that's too risky. That's really risky.
Zeta is wearing a sombrero. I'll allow it.
I mean, if not, we'll just grab in not a lot, like from here, like up to here.
No, I've got 60 feet.
So where is the Mage Hand or Unseen Servant stealing from at the moment?
I don't know. We're discussing if we want to try to see if I can enter the room and use mage hand.
So,
I hear one allow it. I hear one too risky.
I mean,
I think it's too risky.
Rain is willing to experiment.
Free in favor. I step away, maybe.
Alright, Rain
I-
pulls back the unseen servant and then steps back from the door.
I put the bag of holding here, and I grab a coin with mage hand, and drop it in the bag of holding here.
The staffs move a little bit toward you.
You're teaching them!
But you didn't touch the coin. They don't understand this. You didn't touch it. You haven't touched any of the coins that they're protecting.
I look at the group and say, I almost feel bad about doing this.
Do you want? Wait, sorry. I apologize. You feel bad because they're not accomplishing what they're designed to do, or you
They're confused.
would you feel better if you let them hit you?
No.
Okay.
I mean, for the record, a flying staff has an intelligence of 1 and a wisdom of 5. They don't have the mental capacity to figure out what's going on.
I
Do
mean,
they have feelings?
I still argue that they could be trained to understand new concepts eventually, so don't risk it too much, Craig.
Yeah, they might figure it out eventually. That they're just very confused right now.
That's my
Well-
idea. I don't know if anyone else has any other idea.
I think your idea is winning.
I'm gonna say something. Chewy?
I think it's a good idea. That's what I was gonna say.
I don't think I can do it. I will do it like 2 times, and they will catch up to me.
Well, I mean, they can be sitting next to you, but you're not stealing, so they're not attacking.
Okay, I do it again.
You keep putting coins in the bag.
Zeta, how many healing spells do you happen to have left, out of curiosity?
Not that many.
Okay.
Yeah,
Just in case.
will they get me at some point?
They don't attack the unseen servant either.
I think they would attack them because
But it's
at least
unseen.
it's invisible, but it is a creature.
But they can't see it, and they
They don't
don't
have
have
true
the
sight.
wisdom to perceive it. They don't have true sight. They can't see it. It's invisible. It's a mindless, shapeless force. It's not a creature.
So as far as their perception, they basically see the coins picking themselves up and dropping into the bag.
Yeah.
What do you mean that's not what's happening?
So the staffs all begin congregating around where the coins are dropping into the bag, but they don't do anything.
Forward into I loot the whole room.
And when you finish looting the room, this is the coinages you managed to loot from the room.
Nailed
Okay.
it.
And the staffs are flying around trying to figure out what's going on, and they are very confused.
Are there supposed to be 4 sets of silver pieces?
Yes.
Okay.
As I said, I didn't take the time to condense everything.
I think Rain is inspired by Greg's process here. My suggestion is we go to the ruins with the weaponry, and we check for any weapons that appear to be of exceptional
Value.
condition, because maybe some of them are not animated weapons like the staves and the swords were in the other rune, but instead an actual magic weapon.
Yeah, actually, any particular pretty weapon here that wasn't
She said no.
in the movie? Okay. Okay, let's do that. Yada yada, loot, loot, loot.
So then we'll close the door just in case.
Zeta will
Hopefully,
smile as she picks up the backpack and is like, "It worked! Good job, team."
Yeah, I give you the
closest.
back. I give you the backpack, the back, because it's yours.
Zeta gives you a high five.
I high five with my magic hand.
Your magic hand has a little bit of slime on it.
Closest. This other door. They can't open doors, right?
Oh, some of the doors that weren't disintegrated can be kind of wedged back in place.
Tilden will attempt to wedge the door back into place with his 8 strength.
You managed to get it to mostly look like it's closed.
Good enough. So which room are you going to next? The sword room?
I think they're going to the sword room.
Yeah, it's closer.
Okay.
We execute the looting plan.
So, excluding the swords that are clearly ornamental and decorative only, is there anything here that looks like it's of value?
Mostly just the decorative swords, the ones identified by the blue swords on the wall. But most of them are rusting. There are a few shiny ones around the room that you want that for your past experience tells you might attack you if you're not careful. But there's some coins in the room. There's about 8 ornamental swords that are still look like they're still in decent condition.
Do we care for the ornamental swords?
Yeah, I do. Hold on, I'm trying to think as Tilda and not Snarky. Give me a second.
I feel a bit bad of taking the sword.
Yeah,
Yeah, I
the
would
weapons
leave
are
the
more
swords.
as a cultural heritage. We should probably leave the ornamental stuff behind. The coins are a trap, so if you take the coins by just disabling a trap.
We're reducing the chance that a random 14-year-old who thinks they're adventurers wander in here and end up getting themselves killed. I think I can justify that totally. I think taking any of these swords would be only for documentation of this place, because they don't seem to have anything that's actually magical, but that isn't also self-propelled. Chad, self-propelled sword doesn't mean that it swings harder. It just means that it swings at its own provocation. Sorry, let me try that again. It swings at whatever it feels like, not whatever's stabbing you.
Sorry, Chad is just thinking about rocket power greatsword.
I could probably make that actually.
Rocket powered greatsword.
The moment you said propelled and sword, rocket power greatsword, so everything else was blanked out.
So at one point, Chad just stopped listening and, ooh, shiny. Could I make some rockets attached to sword?
Can I get Greg to make a rocket power greatsword?
So you employ the same unseen servant and mage hand tricks here?
Yar, and because of the layout of this room, it's actually easier for me to do that. I don't have to
Yes.
be inside like Greg does. Does a bunch of swords wake up?
As you begin taking coins,
Sword.
Lots of swords.
Sword.
several of the swords wake up and start flying around the room, but again, they're trying to figure out where this hand is that's picking up the coins, or are the coins putting themselves in the bag?
To be clear, Mage Hand is not invisible.
But they don't see it as a creature. It is not something they can attack.
Yeah,
Well, I mean,
just to
they
be clear.
probably do hit the mage hand a couple of times, but since it's not a creature, it just passes through it, right?
Yeah, so they can't they don't understand this. They just start milling about. The pillars, trying to figure out what's going on.
We loot all the things.
I wish I could use prestidigitation to make a permanent mark on the danger weapons, but it only lasts an hour, so that's not going to happen.
Yeah, I've been trying to see if there's a way for me to mark the door to say that it's dangerous, but I don't have anything to do it.
I mean, no, I don't have.
We could literally put a sign outside that says "Warning: Living Weapons."
Yeah.
So there is some more coinage, and yet multiple piles of gold and silver pieces.
Money.
I'm so glad I play with Excel open.
Are you letting Excel do the math?
Huh?
Are you letting Excel do maths?
I will. Like last times I did it with a calculator. Now I'm thinking, why am I not using Excel?
I could just literally be adding these numbers to a silver, gold, copper just column and letting Excel add this up. Yeah, the students I tutor tell me how much they hate Excel, how hard it is to use, and it's like, it's hard. It may be hard for you to learn, but once you've learned it, think of all the things you can do with it that you now don't have to do by hand.
Yep.
So you managed to loot the coinage in this room, and
Yay.
you leave a bunch of very distraught flying swords flying around the pillars.
I feel bad for the swords.
They're not alive.
They're just animated. They don't actually have a brain or a will. They've just been given orders, and they can't find anything.
Is there's a word for that of like putting human traits in inanimate objects?
Anthropomorphizing.
Yes. We're doing that. Greg is
Yes.
doing that.
Yeah, you're looking at that. You're going, I feel so sorry for them. But leaving the coins here would be somebody else without the same skills would come in here and pick them up and get killed by the swords.
And then they'd probably turn into a skeleton zombie. And wouldn't that just be tragic?
A skeletal zombie.
Ooh. What would skeleton zombie be like?
What was that, Silver?
It wasn't a
So-
skeleton or zombie, it was a skeleton zombie.
Mm-hmm.
So-
Didn't didn't mean to be mean to you, Kiwi. Sorry.
What?
I don't know. I feel like I could have seen like I'm making mock of you. I'm sorry.
Oh no, it's fine.
So there is one last room left if we're done in this room.
Yep, there is a room with halberds that are still peacefully resting against the wall.
And unless anyone's opposed, I think we try the same operation.
This is probably the easiest room you'll do this operation in.
Yarp, especially because it seems like there isn't a door boundary, but more of just a touch boundary.
So we're going to Mage Hand and Unseen Servant some more coins into the pouch.
Yes, one final looting to rule them all.
I have a feeling that Kawast is doing some maths.
Yes, but continue on, please.
So, as you're grabbing the coinages, the halberds do in fact animate.
And just like the other rooms, there's no halberts that aren't both ornamental and animated. Sorry, there's no halberts that are shiny and new, comma, or not ornamental, comma, and not animated. I apologize for being so specific.
Yeah, all the they're either ornamental or they are currently animated, or they're decaying.
We have too many search filters on.
Would you like to start a new search?
So there's some halberds now moving around the room. They kind of clonk on the floor as they move. They're not exactly flying.
They're more scraping their handle along the floor.
It's kind of like they
I've seen this horror movie before.
jump around the kind of tap around the room as they doing like little jumps.
Oh no, I think they're learning.
And what do we find here?
We find this, starting at the 24 copper.
Thank you for letting me know that.
Yes. The 13 silver was from the last room. This room starts at the 24 copper. And then goes to the 12 gold, the 8 gold, another 24 copper.
Was there any decent wood before we got in here?
No, everything that you've found here has been decaying, and there was no wood stuff remaining outside.
Yeah. Since Rain probably has the best penmanship, or at least he's done the most writing, I'm guessing, I think he's going to suggest that we camp outside tonight, and he will try to put a warning about the animated weapons on the doors of each of the 3 crypts. Does anyone have a feeling on this?
I was thinking if it's possible, even if it's rotten wood, I'm pretty sure Greg could just carve a warning into it to serve as a sign temporarily, as we should inform the mayor that a more permanent sign should just be put up.
Yeah, I don't think we need to warn like make such a deal about warning people. This is not a place where people play. It's not a playground. You need to come out especially for this.
How far from town is it?
couple hours, I
Yeah,
think.
it was probably about 2 or 3 hours out of town.
Yeah, that's within a walking range of a kid.
The fact that kids haven't died here before
We don't know
is
that.
well. I'm just saying, in the best case scenario, the fact that kids haven't died here before is a happy accident. Kids are really good at going places they're not supposed to go and dying. It's like their superpower. I agree with Greg. We should at least inform the mayor at the very least. I think Rain will just take. Yeah, I do have some ink, so Rain will take his ink and just on the entry of each of the 3 crypts, he'll just write in the 5 languages he knows. Warning: no less than 7 animated weapons in each crypt. Prone to attacking thieves. All known valuables have been taken. Enter at your own risk. Kids, your parents don't like you dying at random. Please don't come in. I'm probably skipping that last line.
Oh my god.
Oh.
Yes, I'm skipping the last line, but there is a something about animated weapons, and because he's writing it in 5 different languages, he's probably using up his entire supply of ink.
What are you writing on?
The stone.
Ink doesn't take the stone. I have parchment.
Parchment does not last long.
We just need to last long enough for us to go to the mayor.
True.
I mean, isn't ink basically a stain?
Some are. Some
Tilden
might manage.
carries ink and parchment and an ink quill as well. We can
Zeta-
handle this.
Zeta, who has charcoal in her cartographer's tools, will write the message for them.
Okay, charcoal will last a lot longer.
Yeah, that's probably
Oh,
not a
right,
bad
yeah.
idea. Thank you, Zeta.
Yeah.
Does anyone want to help translate this message into a couple other languages, just in case the mayor does nothing?
Celestial and Primordial, I can help with those 2 languages. Oh, if you give a charcoal pen to Iggy, he can write it in 2 more languages than me.
Zeta, are you willing to use up your charcoal?
I mean, it's just part of my cartographer's tools, so it's not like I actually lose anything. So yeah.
It's just something that you can easily get restocked at this school.
Okay, then we're up to 9 languages.
So let's see, let's compare the languages.
Common,
Celestial,
Elven,
Primordial.
Okay.
Sorry, go ahead. You can
Common,
start.
Elven, Draconic, Sylvan, Abyssal, Celestial, Primordial.
Infernal.
Those poor dwarves who happen upon this.
What were the
So
other
we
2
can
that
throw in
Iggy
another-
knows?
Okay, so I think there's overlap. So I think the one that we're missing is just Infernal.
Okay, so that's 8. Yeah, no, I don't speak Dwarf. Hopefully they speak Common.
I
Dwarves speak common.
speak dwarf, orc, and Ignan.
Okay, now the 2 languages.
That puts us up to 11 languages.
Okay, we can be covered.
Okay, you've now written on the outside of these crypts in many languages that hopefully everyone can read.
Team Nerd Squad, go!
That is just disgusted.
Chad is sitting here going, nerds.
I can't high-five myself due to where my push-to-talk button is.
Okay, so we have just successfully graffitied that old crypt.
Yes, you have successfully graffitied some old crypts.
But hopefully people won't get murdered and it won't be our fault.
Hopefully.
I mean, it's not my fault even if they do get murdered.
I mean, you warned them.
We did our job.
We tried our best.
If something else decides to move in here now that we've cleared it out for them, that's its problem.
Might want to inform the mayor that they might also maybe want to
Oh yeah,
keep an
definitely.
eye on the place in case something moves in.
On the plus side, if bandits move in, they'll probably get killed.
Job
Yeah.
complete.
Okay.
Are we heading back to town immediately, or are we spending a night here?
You said it was 2 o'clock when we went in, so it's probably 3 o'clock when we get out.
It's probably about 3 or 4 o'clock when you leave. You could make it to town before sundown.
I think I would be more comfortable in town. Does anyone have objections?
Please.
Data is
None.
fine with town.
Okay. So back to Megrove. It's been a while since we were
Megrove?
here.
Yep.
And I'm assuming you go back to the mayor's office just as they're beginning to close up for the night.
Yeah.
Yep.
Government offices and all, closing up before people get out of work.
Mm-hmm.
And you see the Tabaxi receptionist. Oh, you've returned. Did you find anything?
Sword.
Yes. Yes, we did. We should probably report to the mayor about it.
Well, go right in. She's still in her office, but she is getting ready to leave for dinner.
All right.
Rain will stick around with the secretary for just 2 seconds. You got younger relatives?
Oh my god.
There's a lot of dangerous magic in that crypt still, like flying weapons and stuff. Just make sure your family knows that kind of place is freaking dangerous for kids.
Well, make sure you tell the mayor about it.
I know, but you were polite and helpful to us, so I wanted to warn you first.
Well, thank you. I'll let my family know, but she can let everybody know about that.
And Rain follows the others in.
Okay, and you go into
Then
the...
attempts to walk in front of Zeta so he can knock on the door before she does.
Zeta wasn't going to knock on the door. Zeta was just going to open the door.
Exactly. He remembers this encounter from before. He's gonna attempt to knock the door first before Zeta pushes the door open.
So you knock on the door, and as Zeta pushes the door open, you hear a, "Come in, but make it quick." Oh, I see you're back. Have you taken care of the problem? Or have you identified what the problem is?
Yes, there was somebody, we don't know who, left something behind that was reanimating all the dead corpses within the tombs. We have gotten rid of the undead. We have removed said object or objects that were reanimating them, and we will
Wow.
be depositing them with the academy. That aside, there are a lot of other traps and magic flying weapons within the tombs themselves, so you should probably leave a permanent sign somewhere saying that no one should go to the tomb.
Or else perhaps a future properly equipped unit from the research wing of the school could, I'm not going to use the word acquire, but at least neutralize the defensive weapons, because they are quite powerful / resistant, and while we were able to deal with a number of them, there's still probably 2/3 of their forces is the wrong word, but you know what I mean. Active inside the crypts.
Well, I will bring that up with the council in the morning. In the meantime, and she reaches under the desk.
Well,
And pulls out a bag of thing. Pulls out a bag. And here's your payment for the job. And of course, the school gets half of the gold value of everything here. And then you get the other values divvied up. So here's your payment for the job. And you might want to stay in the inn tonight. It is
Yeah, we
getting very
will.
late.
I agree. Is there a particular inn that you recommend?
Zeta will use her background feature to find a place to stay that doesn't cost any money.
Zeta sees Rain's tent.
Nope.
Sorry, that was.
You can sleep outside if you want.
I mean, it's a place to stay that doesn't cost any money that Zeta can see from here.
I have a background.
I know,
feature.
but it was a really silly joke.
Well, she tells you that there's a couple inns. There's a really
One that's
shady.
affordable by
But-
someone with a student loan.
Well, there's a really shady inn, but she doesn't recommend that one. It's said to be haunted, for one thing. She doesn't believe it's true, but
Zeta wants
haven't-
to go sleep in that inn.
she doesn't trust the elf that runs it. The prices are horrible.
Zeta's gonna convince the elf to let her stay there for free.
Its name is the Greedy Pilgrim. However, she does recommend the Cat and Goblet.
Okay.
It has great reviews.
On Yelp?
Yes. And
Fantasy elf.
the place is run by a halfling and a bunch of cats. Not tabaxi, cats.
Wow.
I know where I'm staying.
But those are the inns in town.
God damn it, Silver Fur.
Is Costas trying to calculate all the currency?
Yes. I'm playing with it, so are you happy now?
Keeping in mind the amount from the mayor is supposed to be divided in half.
Divided in half before being divvied up. So, who's staying at which inn?
Tilden and Iggy are going to the Cat and Gobbler.
No, I just
Zeta.
go along.
Zeta is going to the Greedy Pilgrim.
Are we really splitting up? And
But I sorry, I might or may not heard. What are the difference?
The greedy,
Greedy Program is owned by an elf, and the place is A, C, D, B likely to be haunted.
yeah, the rumor is it's haunted. The mayor doesn't put too much stock in that, but it's supposed to be haunted. But there's rumors that it's haunted. It doesn't have the greatest reviews. The Cat and Goblet, however, has excellent reviews. It's run by a halfling
And cats.
and cats.
The gem, I go with the cats. So does the gems to be paid also?
The academy would take in the gems and give it to us back in gold, halved.
Yeah, the school would apply, basically take the value of the gems and then apply half of it to the loans and then give you half.
Rain will go to the cat as well.
So Zena's going to the spooky ghost inn.
I have a
Mhm.
feeling Chad will actually go with Zeta to the spooky ghost place.
Yeah, bro. I mean, I slept in a haunted house. What did you do?
Yeah, that's why.
Yeah,
He would do it totally for the bragging rights.
yeah. Chad would do it entirely for the bragging rights back. I stayed in a haunted inn while I was gone. What did you do on your trip?
I was at a cat cafe, fight me.
Ah,
How much does the cat cafe want for a night?
do.
At least we're having dinner together, right?
I did not hear that, Costa.
At least we're having dinner together, right? I guess I asked.
Sorry, you're really quiet. I guess we.
Hello, do you hear me now?
Yes, you're just very
Yes.
quiet.
I'm not changing anything.
I know.
At least we're having dinner together, right?
Yes,
Yeah,
dinner
yeah,
together is
yeah.
very reasonable.
It makes sense to have dinner together, yes. Um, doing things.
Meantime, I know we technically need to go back to the school to report, but do you mind if I give everyone their share of monies?
You can go right ahead and give their share of monies.
Share of monies.
Money.
That's oh, that's everyone's monies. That's all the money that we collected, and the payment minus half of the payment for the university, plus all the gems.
That's how much each person gets for this job.
And now I have a spreadsheet for it.
I believe the only thing we didn't. Did we decide on who got the paper birds?
No.
Rain's fine
Wait.
without any of them.
How much is an EP? I might be wrong here.
5 gold.
It's half a gold.
Wait, 5 silver, right?
5 silver? I thought it was. Oh, Jesus Christ.
Hold on. But yeah, I believe it is
Right, it's half a gold.
half a gold. Yeah, it is half a gold piece.
Okay. Don't pay any of that attention. And let me do math again.
Math again.
So how much does it cost to stay? 1 gold. Alright.
Is that for a private room?
That is for a private room, yes.
Zeta is going to chat up the innkeeper. With her rustic hospitality.
The shady looking elf just narrows his eyes at you. You want a room?
Zeta smiles. Yes.
Mm. Suppose I could be generous and do 2 gold.
Zeta takes out 1 gold and elbows Chad.
What?
1 gold.
1 gold?
Unless you want to sleep outside, yeah.
Alright, 1 gold.
Okay, the
Or-
2 of you get a room for 1 gold apiece, but you're sharing a room. Okay. So, those of you staying at the Cat and Goblet are each greeted by a cat.
Meow, 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 meow.
The cat just looks at you like you've lost your mind.
Tilden remembers his lesson from last time and takes Iggy out of the water bubble before stepping into the inn. Something about cats not liking water.
Now it's correct.
Oh, that's significantly better.
And I'll be like, okay, Iggy, so we do not eat the cats here.
He normally eats cats.
No, he does not. I was just joking. I guess
I get-
guess what Tilden would say to Iggy would be, okay, I think it's okay to play with the cats, but be careful not to be too hard.
hear everyone doing math.
Enough, I have my own Excel.
All of the maths.
But the cat follows you around, curls up in your lap while you're eating. They seem to be very well behaved cats. But as soon as you're not using the table for eating anymore, they are up there playing and demanding pets, and they're batting at things. And there are just cats all over the place, having a blast. And as you go up to your rooms, the little cat companion you've acquired follows you up and purrs in the room quite contentedly, helping you sleep. However, over in the Greedy Pilgrim,
I think there's lice here.
no, it's a respectful enough place.
Okay, just
It,
checking.
it's just run by somebody who's not very personable, and the rumors of it being haunted, there's not a lot of people who come here. It's not a bad inn, as you notice as you settle down. The beds are nice and well made. The rooms are clean. The staff just isn't very personable, and they put down some decent but not spectacular food. The helpings are pretty good, though.
That's a quantity over quality type of person, I think. Gru can disagree with me if he knows about this.
I mean, there's a point where I would prefer quality over the quantity, because if the quality is not good, I'm not going to eat enough of it to care what the quantity is.
Do we see a ghost?
You don't see a ghost, but there are creaks and groans and noises all through the night. And
Cat
you
will totally tell Aldous that he's totally saw a ghost.
and you maybe think you saw a shadow or something dart around a corner, but you can't be sure. Who knows? Maybe it was a black cat. Nothing attacks you, but when you wake up, your stuff isn't where you left it that night.
Leda goes through and counts every single thing.
Everything is still there. It's just been moved.
Totally a ghost, right?
Entirely possible. It seems like the ghosts here might not be might just be more the prankster variety than
Poltergeist.
harmful.
Non-malicious.
Yeah, they're not malicious, they're just more of pranksters. They enjoy tormenting, maybe even scaring people, but they don't seem to hurt anybody.
Zeta will declare her supremacy over the ghosts and ask them to join her dark army.
You don't hear any responses taking you up on that.
He leaves a copy of her business card in the room.
Okay, and so you head back. You gonna head back to the school the next day?
Is there a market that's open right now?
Today or right now?
The next day after the long rest we have at the inn.
I guess the good berries that we had are no more.
No, it's just a thing. I just want to buy some supplies to get Clover back.
You can find a maid shop that'll sell you a familiar kit.
Okay.
Let me see, that's what,
10
10 gold
gold.
worth of
Yep.
stuff?
Yep.
Yeah, so you can find a maid shop that'll sell you that. Sell you familiar summoning kit. They recommend that you keep extras.
I'll buy one extra set just in case.
Good marketing tactics.
I know.
I mean, they're offering a buy two get one at 50% off.
Sorry, so buy two, get a third one at 50% off.
Yes.
So 3 for 25.
Okay, till don't get 3.
So you get 3. So you get 30 gold worth of summoning supplies for 25 gold.
Yep.
Okay.
Is there a branch of the bank in town?
There is a branch of the bank in town.
Okay, Zeta is going to condense her coins.
Good idea. I go with her.
So how many EP is a gold piece?
2 EP is a gold piece.
Okay.
I sent Kawasta a link to the coinage chart. Would anyone else like the coinage chart list?
10
No,
to
it's fine.
1, 10 to 1,
Buy
5,
two.
10.
Our EP is complicated because the only one that's not powered by 10.
Yeah.
There are several other coinages that they introduced occasionally but never kept around.
Yeah, like the ones in Ravnica that no one.
Alright, the very weird ones. I have a feeling they're trying to cop off Harry Potter.
I think it was actually just that the old material used to use 5 or 8 different currencies, and they realized that there was no point.
Well, the one thing they did in the Ravnica books that made sense is that it's basically like, this is a gold piece. This is what they call the gold piece in this part of the city.
Yeah, it was weird to us D&D players because it introduces a lot of different currencies and math, but it makes sense as a world building exercise. Like,
Yeah, and it all equaled out to, like, if you just wanted to track it as GP, you still could.
it was like this is a different world, so it makes sense to have different coinage.
Which begs the question of, how do planeswalkers pay for things?
Well, they
So
still use gold, they just probably get looked at a lot.
I assume they mooch off the local, some local contact.
Yeah, so there's a link to the coinage chart from the player's handbook.
Certainly, I'm looking at what I can buy back at the school.
Yes. But yes, you can condense your coinages, and you could put some in the bank, and they would get, you'd be able to get banknotes and stuff.
If Zeta bought what she wanted from the school, it would cost literally all the money she has now. Although I guess I haven't included the 70 GP for gems yet.
Wait, I thought Costa added the 70 GP into.
The last one is with the 70 GP.
Okay.
Well,
But-
Tilden needs to get that rod, so he has to spend everything right now. But it's okay.
Alright, with my money changed into the bank.
Hey, Silver.
Yes.
Do we level up?
I'm going to say yes, but there are a few things I'd like to finish at the school, if that's back where we're heading.
Reasonable.
Let's finish. We're all excited about money and buying and selling.
Okay, so the trip back to the school is relatively uneventful. And the school is very happy with the report, and they'll send some people out to maybe secure the place and put up proper warning signs. They don't want to destroy the constructs because the constructs aren't hurting anyone as long as no one disturbs anything.
Yeah, I
Uh,
point out especially like whoever did this on purpose. I don't know what purpose, but a purpose.
sorry, Silver, I apologize. There's something I'd like to do before we reach back to the academy, if Kiwi is fine with it.
What is it?
Tilden would have wanted, before reaching the academy, Tilden would have wanted to ask Zeta why zombies for farming.
Oh, yeah, Zeta totally goes into like a 3-hour spiel on why zombies are superior to people for farming because it A lets the farmers have more time with their families, and B, when those zombies eventually break down, they serve as fertilizer for the crops. And C, zombies, unlike shadows or wraiths, don't have like souls in them. So the whole like negative thing about them like being evil that they get is over the top, and they're really just animated bodies, so like it's just an efficient use of resources.
I ask like hearing all of that, but aren't zombies get like decomposed? Wouldn't that affect the quality of the food? Would be better skeletons.
Fertilizer. Fertilizer is decomposed bodies.
What kind of viruses are available on a zombie that could affect? I get what Greg is saying. I just think Tilden's humans are pretty full of toxins, aren't they?
We have purified food and water. Like I assume that like anything that's getting sold is probably cleansed with how magic this world is.
There's some sort of factory somewhere that
Yeah,
purifies food and water before it
they
gets
just,
sold.
they just have mages who just sit at the end of the food line and they just cast purify food and water as the food is leaving.
Now I'm imagining the the water treatment plant in this city. It's just a paladin in an overall, very stained, doing a 9 to 8 job, cleansing the pee back to water.
I think they will be able to like automate that, like using glyphs or something at some point.
Yeah,
So
I'm
like
pretty sure
automatically,
automation could be done.
yeah,
I think they might also run stuff through filtering first in that case, get out some of the worst of the stuff so it's not as much to cleanse.
I would also argue that there's probably two qualities available: natural and mage tested.
only drink the mage tested.
FAA approved and organic.
Academy approved organic mage tested food.
World is so bizarre.
The implications of magic from D&D are a thing.
I mean, putting magic into an ordered society, how exactly would a normal society function with magic? I think the way that Ravnica and stuff gets set up says how some of that would work. How Harry Potter is set up says how magic would function in actual society, not just
Yeah,
adventuring.
to be fair, Golgari, like what they actually are supposed to do when they're not murdering people is basically what Zeta is suggesting.
They run the lot farms under the
yeah.
sewers.
Yeah.
And this idea of like the paladin like being the one who cleans everything, it doesn't account the spell slots and people actually getting tired.
I think clerics can ritual cast purify food and water or something.
Mm-hmm.
Yes,
The
clerics,
ritual. And druids can ritual cast it.
yeah, clerics and druids can ritual cast it, but you'd probably have to have a team of them. So something
In-
manual filtering out the worst of it, because I believe it's cast by volume.
And druids can enrich farmland, so like before you send the zombies out to work there, like you give them a good start.
Yeah, before you send out. And the skeletons could be the ones breaking their backs in the mine
I mean,
or
the
dangerous places, but
depends on how hard it is to be a high level caster. If it's very normal that someone can get to level 5 equivalent of power, so they can cast animate dead and I don't know how to call the thing for plants. Um, yeah, this could be mind bending. But if it's pretty hard, like maybe only the nerds of the nerds get that power.
It's the 1 in 10, 100,000. Sorry, it's the 1 in 100,000 population thing. If it's literally 1 in 100,000 people can be above second level, then yes, that is freaking rare. But if even 5 in 100,000 people can get past second level, that's starting to get pretty powerful.
well, think
Yeah,
about it.
I feel like based on the number of people at the academy, that
Yeah, I was gonna say there's enough people at the academy that there was a graduating class of probably 50 students with you, and all of them were level 3.
But it's the academy, or there are multiple ones.
There could be multiple ones in other kingdoms, and this is just the one graduating class at the time.
Sure.
I know from the college I attended, there were like 2 graduations a year. So there were 2 different graduations each year at the college I went to.
So what I'm hearing is it's a big ass city.
Yeah, the academy is a big city. It houses a lot of people and it has its own farms and stuff
Oh, yes,
to help support it.
but also the city where the academy is, it's a big ass city to like produce that amount of kids of the same age every year.
but like
Y-
Zeta isn't from
Yeah,
there.
Tilden is also from our town.
and I mean, Greg isn't even from the academy. Greg is from the capital.
I mean,
Rain's
not on
Rain, the academy isn't in the capital.
oh,
Zeta is from the third largest city, which is where all the Ganassi and Tieflings live.
Tilden is from some small fishing town off the coast.
my dad has a bakery in the capital.
We should go there sometime. Okay, I'm just asking because I still have the controller, which is why I just want to know why Zeta is trying to do with it. Sorry, just give me a moment to think on it. But we can go to the academy. Yeah.
Okay, and the academy takes the report that the mayor gives you along with the bag of payment, and the clerk sits there and does the figuring and sends you to go off to the um payment office, and she'll send stuff along after she's finished the figuring and stuff. And they give you your currency there. Um Greg, when you get back to your workshop, you find Button walking in, climbing back into the window of the workshop with a cog in his mouth.
I mean, in or out of the workshop?
Coming into the workshop with a cog.
Uh, how many
Eh,
days passed?
it took you 3 days to get to the town, 3 days to get back, and you were there at least probably you were there for at least a full day, so probably figure 2 days at the city at Migro. So you were been gone for about 8 days.
Button.
But so Button's coming in with a cog, and you see by one of your clock machines, there's a pile of springs and coils and cogs piled up beside it. And Button brings the cog over and puts it on the pile.
I think Buttons is helping you gather supplies.
Is the contraption that I had it's still there or just whack?
All the contraptions are still there.
Oh, buddy! I go on and give it 8 days worth of screeches.
Button is purring a storm. Mom just made a comment that our Button isn't that neat. Um, Zeta, you come back and Furball seems to have gathered some lenses and mirrors.
Zeta gives Furball a moonberry. Moonberry. Goodberry. Moonberry. Goodberry made with a moonsicle. It's a moonberry.
That's the name now.
Zeta now makes moonberries.
Mm-hmm.
Barry Manilow?
Tilden, you find that the school has helped secure a nice space in the harbor to make it safe for you to just let Iggy swim freely within the bounds of some buoys.
Oh, that's good.
They'll keep the shipping lanes from away from the buoys, but Iggy has to stay within the boundaries.
Iggy is very good at staying within boundaries.
That's good. Let's see. Chad just goes back to his room and finds some of the jocks and tells them about his night in the haunted inn and the haunted crypt.
All the doors he smashed.
And of course, how he smashed all the doors in one hit. Took no effort at all, just one hit each of those doors. Rain, you get back and your father tells you that the scouts have come back and the school may be sending you out on a job in the next week.
Oh, a job for us specifically. That is intriguing. Does it have relations to do with our previous expeditions?
He also hands you a special carrier. That you've seen people with non-magic pets use on occasion when they're going on long trips. Keep their pets from getting out. But
so Friendly can travel with me without getting hurt or lost.
Yes, but she's only safe in the carrier while it's closed.
Has she figured out how to open it yet?
She just looks at you and tells you that she knows perfectly well how to open it.
Good girl.
But why would she be so foolish as to do that?
Well, I'm just saying, if you're sitting by the campfire and I'm giving you scritches, and then something attacks us, you can bolt into the carrier and close it yourself.
I mean, this particular one is designed so that she can open it if needed.
So I was just
Unlike-
making sure that she was aware that, hey, if you're coming along, you've got to be aware of these things. And if you want to, you can come along.
Well, she tells you that for this mission, she thinks it might be best if she came along. The other two might be useful as well, but they haven't unlocked their telepathy yet.
Well, they just need to find someone to bite. I
Well, they
did
don't-
inform the others of all of this, of the cat's bite / telepathy link, so we'll see if anyone decides that it's worth having a friend as good as you.
Well, they just don't want to do it with anyone who isn't willing. They could, but they don't want to do that to someone who doesn't want to do that. But yes, your father and the school and also Friendly believe that it would be good that if at least Friendly were to go with you.
Definitely. Happy to have her along, especially since she can get in and out of her safety cage all her own.
Mm-hmm.
That is totally not a trap. I totally believe you.
um, it basically means that during combat, if she's in the cage, she can't be doing any familiar activities such as being a focus for spells or anything along those lines.
Yeah, but it also means that she's immune to all damage when she's in the cage.
It seems to provide a high amount of protection from most spells. In fact, they've tested it with fireball and most things like that, and even those don't hurt the thing inside the cage.
How many cats did they go through?
To be fair, they tested it with wood first, figuring if they were using fireball and if the wood weren't safe, it would catch fire.
That's very good thinking.
They check if the cat suffocated to death with the lack of oxygen.
It probably works much like a portable hole or Zeta's new handbag. There's a
Backpack.
small amount of oxygen inside, but if there were, say, too long of a time before new oxygen came in, that might be a risk. I'm sorry, I'm just picturing Zeta with a really
No, it's
frilly
definitely-
handbag now.
No, it's a backpack.
I know. I'm just because brains do things. Anyways, Rain will thank his father and ask, "Are we looking into something in further detail, or is that to be held until we can be properly, briefed?"
That will be on your briefing before you get sent off in the week.
Sounds good. I will have some activities to do around the school grounds before then, anyways.
Yes, you should do any resupplying and stuff that you need to do. And unless anybody has anything else, that is where we will end the session.
Two things.
Yes.
Sorry. The first, after thinking about it, Tilden will pass Zeta the controller with please use this around adult supervision.
Zeta looks at her ID card. I'm 19. I'm an adult.
Actual adult supervision.
Wah.
And I'm just gonna do something that I've been planning to do for a while, which is I'm gonna stop by a market within the school and just buy some meat and make
Zeta-
myself dinner using the raw stuffed Aldoma as a shawarma machine. And that's the only reason why I wanted the stuff for adornment.
Zeta tunes to the Shard of Necrosupremacy. Or the Orb of Necrosupremacy. Whatever we decide to call it.
What supremacy?
Rain inquires about whether any member of the party is willing to extend him a 50 gold loan.
I don't have 50 gold to loan.
Yeah, I can
Zeta's
do
not
that.
sure if she does either.
All right, thank you. I will make a note on my character sheet that I have a 50 gold loan from you, Greg. Rain will go to the school and buy a book for 400 gold.
Golden is buying a rod for 350.
Zeta is thinking about buying a new thing of armor, but it would be 545. Which is almost exactly the amount of gold I have.
Yeah, Greg is buying an all-purpose tool.
The book gives me the exact same stats as a Wand of the War Mage, except that it also gives me one more recovery spell slot on short rest.
Is that can retrieve more?
Yep. The Grimoire of Awesome.
I think.
I
Oh
don't.
no, actually, that's Chad's. That's what Chad. Chad should probably get something for his own. I'll let him do it.
Oh, hopefully.
Yeah.
Just mark the money for him.
Hmm.
Yeah,
I'll be
let.
getting a rod of the Pack Keeper.
Hey, people are getting things.
There's a magic item that is not on the list that I want to know if I can buy.
Let me know what it is, and
Alchemy jug.
Oh god, all of the mayo.
All of the mayo.
All of the mayo.
I'm sure I saw it somewhere.
I want the version from Candlekeep Mysteries, though. It can make boiling hot tea.
oh,
Now that's just wrong. Why would you boil? Tea should not be boiling. That's a mistake.
You need to boil the water before you soak the tea.
Oh, so
Yeah.
so it just provides boiling water and you let it cool down before you put the tea in. Okay, I got it.
Well, it says boiling hot tea.
Then that's a
Oh.
mistake. That's
Wow.
just bad tea.
Well,
Well, it's alchemy jug blue.
yes, I see that. It can make a quart of. It can hold a quart of boiling hot tea.
Or 4 gallons of beer, or 2 gallons of mayonnaise, or 12 gallons of salt water.
And only 8 gallons of fresh water.
So, on the ever first campaign that we played with David, and Nichols and Jamie, we found this jug, the same
I'll
jug,
take the average.
and we got the idea of pulling every time, because I think it's like a gallon of Maya can do a day. So we're traveling by boat, keep putting it in a big barrel, and the paladin cast purified food every day so it stays fresh. So by the end of the travel, we have a full barrel of mayo to sell. We never actually do it. We only joked about doing it, but the DM was like, "Your guys destroying the economy of the world."
And I can now mold Earth.
Yeah, level 4.
Yes, you are level 4.
The rod of Pack Keeper isn't within the compendium.
I will.
So what I did is I imported the Wand of the War Mage and then just changed the flavor text so that way, because they have the same stat bonus.
Oh, it does? Um,
That's for mine. I don't know about the stat bonus on yours.
oh, let me just take a look.
I got 1 more point on Constitution and Intelligence.
Yay.
No. No, it's I spell and saving throw, so it's that's a bit extra.
Yeah, I'm
Data
trying to
got
work
ward
out the.
filter.
I mean, I could just manually edit it, no issues there.
Yep, I'm just trying to figure out how to get the saving throw mod to go through.
I'll just modify it manually.
I think you can turn on a mod for saving throws and just leave it checked.
I'm just trying to
Uh-huh.
figure out how to get that mod to work. Yes, so it's literally just the text under mod spell DC +1. And that made it work. So that is cool.
Yay.
Yes, very yay.
Sorry,
I-
underwear?